Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name's Andy R and this is the Brotherhood of Men, a channel solely dedicated at giving you the information so you can make better choices and get better outcomes in your life. So what's today's subject? Well, I'm glad you asked. Today's subject is hypergamy. What is hypergamy, first of all? Well, all it truly is your want, or a woman's want, to get the best mate. And that's really what it means, the best mate to produce the best offspring. Now that seems like it's a little bit of a biological term as opposed to taking emotion and thought out of it. But you have to understand that we're all animals. At the end of the day, we are animals, just the same as any other mammal that's out there. It wants the best mate to produce the best offspring, and that is hypergamy. Now, we talk about hypergamy in women as though it's a negative thing, and it can be, but generally speaking, it's no different from us wanting the most attractive, fittest, best looking woman that we can get. To them, they want the one with the best resources, the higher income, the better earner, the stronger, the taller, all those things that make a man the best choice for them to breed with. Now, I say breed with, usually we talk about hypergamy as a woman wanting a bed partner. Someone she wants to sleep with. She wants the Chad type guy who's going to rail the hell out of her, you know, give her the big oohs all the time. And then when it's time to settle down, she then wants some guy who earns a lot of money, who is a certain height, a certain look, but a good guy when she's ready to settle down, after she's been used up. And this is what grinds our gears more than anything, is that these women seem to only be looking for that type of man when they're ready, instead of thinking to themselves, I need that right kind of man right at the beginning, right when I'm at my peak. Whereas we guys know that you're only coming for this type of guy when you've had all your fun. And we don't like that. We think that's horrible. But getting back to hypergamy, it's totally understandable. Why wouldn't you want the best that you can get? There's nothing wrong with that. We're no different, guys. We want the best we can get. We want an attractive one. We want the swimwear models, just the same as the swimwear model wants some multi-billionaire. The difference is that we as men know our limitations. Well, no, let me put that in a different way. We don't know our limitations because I don't believe that anyone's not good enough for you or too good for you. I think it comes down to individual cases, and what I'm talking here is broad strokes. So hypergamy for women is a problem only when women start putting themselves out in the market at such a high value that there's no one for them. And they won't even look at the normal guy, the ordinary guy, the guy who's doing, you know, the majority of us, you and I, the guy who's out there doing work, he's paying his bills, he's got his life together, he's got a plan for himself, he's looking forward, and he may be looking for a mate. As I've said many times in other videos, I do not suggest any of you guys out there ever get married. But hey, there's nothing wrong with it, or in this country, there's nothing wrong with you settling down, having kids, long-term relationship, making a commitment. Just don't do it with a legal piece of paper that becomes your slave paper. So when it comes to hypergamy, we tend to look at it as though it's a bad thing, and it can be a bad thing. General terms, it's not. All it means is you want the best person for you, the best partner you can get, the most attractive, the fittest, the one who's going to pass the best DNA combined with your DNA. And that's natural throughout the animal world. All animals do that. You see it in birds, they're looking for the strongest, the fittest, the best to supply. You see it in mammals, you see it even in insects. You see it everywhere. You see it in fish. You know, it's the man peacocking, the male of the species peacocking to say to the female, look, I'm the best, you know, let me breed with you. Excuse me. But when hypergamy becomes a problem is when women start believing their own nonsense. Now, what I mean by that is we guys, we don't care about your education. We don't care how much money you earn. We don't care what you do for a job. Even the most rich man out there will date down if he finds the right woman. But you women seem to think that if you go to university for one, that now you only will date somebody who's got a university degree. It doesn't matter that the degree you've got is next door to useless unless you've gone into one of the STEM fields or if you've become a doctor or a lawyer. You can't expect that you have the right, and this is the important thing, that you have the right to pick somebody who is higher than you. No, you only are able to get what you deserve. So if you're not super pretty, if you're not super fit, if you're not showing aposmatism, in other words, you got crazy stuff going on which basically screams stay away from me, I'm poisonous. And if you don't know what aposmatism is, have a look at an earlier video I did on that subject and you'll understand what I'm saying. I don't really want to go into it now because I've explained it once, and like I say, go and watch the video. But all of these things going on. But you seem to think just because you're earning a certain wage or that you have a degree that now you deserve, for some reason, you don't deserve anything by the way, is that now you deserve a higher earning man than you or a higher educated man than you. And that's when hypergamy is a problem. Because hypergamy isn't a problem in the simple fact that you want the best mate, but it is a problem when you start getting yourself to such a position that the only one who would be above you is now so rare that he gets to choose anybody he wants. In other words, you're an average looking woman. You think you're absolutely gorgeous because other women tell you you're gorgeous. I'm sorry, we guys don't tend to play that game with ourselves. We tell each other that you plug ugly, that you need to get fit, that you're overweight, you're fat, that you're this, that, you're other. You women lie to each other. And I think you do it so that your competition doesn't know that you're lying to them, so you've got a better outcome. And this goes to that reason why is it that really pretty women tend to surround themselves with overweight or ugly women? It's to make them look prettier so that they can choose they get the pick of the litter, literally. Guys come flocking to them. The women who aren't as attractive and who hang around with the pretty girl are hoping to get the crumbs off of her table. But none of those women are getting told by the pretty woman, you're ugly, do something about it. They're not getting told, you're fat, lose weight, get in the gym, fitten yourself up. We guys know what we're looking at. You women haven't got a bloody clue what we guys want. But we guys don't do that to us. Our group of friends, we rip the shit out of each other on a daily basis. We say the most horrendous things to each other that you women would look at as gone out. How can you talk like that? And this is your friend. And that's the reason they are your friend. Because they tell you the truth. And you women don't get told the truth. And the truth is, unless you're fit, attractive, not coming with kids, not made up to the nines, you know, all that plastered on makeup, false eyelashes, terrible acrylic nails. Oh, and also, you haven't got a kid in tow that you've banged out with somebody else and now are expecting us guys to take on that burden, because it is a burden to us. Not to you, it is to us. If you've not got any of those things, hey, guess what? We'll date you. And the rich guys will come and beat a path to your doors because they will date you. Because that's what they're looking for in a woman. But you seem to think that if you've got an education, we don't care about your education. We will date the teller at the local supermarket. We'll date the person who serves us at the restaurant. Why do you see so many times of waitresses and that are married to very successful men? Because all we want from you women is that you're fit, you're attractive, and you're feminine. So hypergamy becomes a problem for you women, not for us guys. You start writing yourself out of the script completely because you convince yourself that you're earning a good wage, so you want somebody who's earning even a better wage than you. Okay, that's fine. You convince yourself you've got a career when in truth all you've got is a job. Very few jobs are careers, and that's true for men as it is for women. So you'd start telling yourself beautiful stories, because women are great storytellers. They tell themselves stories. You're living the princess fantasy, that there's a prince out there. You just need to kiss enough frogs and then there's a prince out there. And all the time you're doing that, you're putting yourself away from really great guys who would make your life complete. We guys don't do that to ourselves. We don't do that to each other. We tell each other. The first thing we lead with is the faults that we have. When we're talking to our friends, we say, oh, you still got that halitosis, you still got that, this, that and the other. Whatever it is, you've still got that, you're still carrying that paunch around then, you've not got yourself down the gym, mate, or you still, oh, look at you, you're losing your hair, you baldy. We aren't gentle with each other. Because guys need that. We know as men, we need to be told what we're doing. We have no problem with being shamed by other men. We've got a problem when you women try to join in. You try to be masculine. Because that's not feminine. We like feminine women. We like women who are women. We like women who dress like women. Who actually wear dresses and skirts and show their figure off. And are flirty. And are feminine. You women got sold a bill of goods, and now, because of hypergamy, which generally isn't a problem, but is now in this society, is that you seem to think that the more educated you are, the more you deserve somebody better educated than you. The more money you earn, you think you deserve something better earning than you. You don't deserve anything. And that's the outcome you're getting, because guys are walking away. We're walking away because we're going, what's the point? What have I got to pick out there? I've got those that reject me just because of the job I do. Those reject me just because of the education I have. Or those who reject me just because I'm not tall enough. Which is absolutely bonkers. When all you're offering them is overweight, you've got a kid in tow, you're tattooed up, you're wearing so much makeup we can't even see what you look like, you're overweight, you're just porkers. You've given up. These are the women who are telling themselves that they deserve a prince when they go to the supermarket in their pyjamas, in onesies, and think they're being so strong and making a statement. No, you just look like you've given up. You look a mess. We don't want you. So we walk away. And that's what's happening. It's becoming mainstream now. There are so many articles being written about MGTOW, red pill, to literally say to women, book your ideas up because you're going to end up alone. And that's not a nice place to be, old and alone, for women. Guys, we're used to being alone. We like our own company. We get along with ourselves. There's a difference for us between being lonely and alone. And hypergamy is making you lonely. Not alone, lonely. Anyway, that's my subject. If you disagree with me, whack it down in the comments down below. Tell me if you have had an experience of a woman who's showing high levels of hypergamy. Like I say, hypergamy isn't necessarily a bad thing, because we men want the best as well. And that's all it is with women. We want the best mate. That's all it means, is hypergamy, wanting the best. You can't really fault a woman for wanting the best, but you can fault them when they start telling themselves stories about how they deserve the best, when they're not presenting the best themselves. They're no longer trying. They've given up. These are the same women going to the supermarkets in their dressing gowns, in their pyjamas, in onesies, mess everywhere, sticking on a woolly hat because they can tuck their messy hair under it because they haven't had a shower that day. That would never be allowed with a man. He'd be called on it straight away. Oh, stinky, what you done today? We wouldn't allow it. And you think that you can get away with it because why? Hypergamy. You think you deserve something. Well, we guys know you deserve nothing, because we know we deserve nothing. We fight for everything we get. Anyway, that's my talk on hypergamy. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learnt something from it. If you have, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. That way you won't miss out on future content. Also, on the way up, hit the like button. It helps the channel. And I really do want to grow this channel. Anyway, my name's Andy R. This is the Brotherhood of Men. And I'm going for a cup of tea because I've earned one. Bye now.